got a lot that we share together in common. You know, things that interest us, things that we like doing.
We'll often go out surfing together and
like the same bands, obviously, same music.
Yeah,
same music.
same
We go to
music
see a lot of bands together.
Yeah, and just playing stuff together, whether it be a game of bocce out on the lawn or backyard cricket. We're into those sort of things.
It's always good.
I think, to be honest, you kind of have to be really good mates to be in a band. Because otherwise, it's doomed to fail. Because you see the best and you see the worst out of each other in a band, and only you really top mates are gonna stick by you, I suppose, and put up with those worst moments, but also I suppose see the gold in the good moments.
Yeah, I heard a band recently who they were on the pinnacle of success, and they split up because they couldn't handle being around each other for that amount of time on the road and that sort of thing. But for me, I always look forward to sort of going away, perhaps because we don't go away like every day or every week like a lot of bands do. Perhaps it's, that's a sort of another level of touring. But when you go away, it's always, to me, it's like a kind of a boys'
holiday.
weekend away, and
well, we all get along so
it's
well.
like a camp.
Yeah.
I mean, even after practices, for example, we'll just sit around talking for hours. We'll be up till the early hours in the morning, sometimes even just talking.
The bin doesn't get taken out.
We
because
forget to take the rubbish out
because it's like 12:30 and Lee's left, and
we
you
just
want
want
to
to go to
die.
bed.
Yeah. So yeah.
No, sounds wicked. And so, I guess, what's the future for you guys, and where do you see the future of like Christian music going? What's your sort of aims, dreams, visions?
Well, the main thing that we're trying to do with our music is, you get so excited about. Bless you. You get very excited about your music, and you.
He's like a preacher.
There we go, spirit-filled.
Spirit hands.
I was actually at a Christian camp not too long ago, and we named a pastor Giggles because he laughed really weirdly.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Some random trivia for you all.
Yeah. I think that the future of where we're going is number one. We really realise that we've got to be focused on what God wants in our band, because if we're not, we know it's just destined to be a good lot of time practicing, jamming together, but it's going to be at the same time a waste of time. Perhaps we could be doing other stuff. So we've got to know that our fingers really got to be on the pulse of where God wants us to go, and make sure we're following that this is what He wants us to do. And otherwise, we could be better serving somewhere else, like doing the flower arrangements at church, or ushering, or those kind of things. There's other ministries that are important, but so we're really trying to stay focused on that. And with that, we love rock and roll, and we're just going to be playing that, and hopefully sort of carve out a bit of a little area that will interesting
niche.
tunes, interesting tunes that will people will connect with, and the message, and we're just waiting to see where God will take it, and whether that's to just playing at churches in the local area and encouraging kids, to whether that's having Bono support us, U2, that kind of thing, and we'll just wait and see.
You got to dream big.
Yeah, dream big.
Yeah, I suppose at the end of the day, what you're wanting to do is God to use what you're giving.
Yeah.
I suppose, and the Christian word, I suppose, is to bear fruit, and you just want it to, I suppose we've planted a tree and we've got some flowers up there and it's blossoming, and we just want to get some really good fruit happening. I suppose some really good rock songs, and
Organic.
Yeah,
preferably
definitely,
fruit,
because you don't want any GE products.
Yeah, or chemicals.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Because that's bad for you.
Yeah. So we want to bear organic, good fruit. That's what we're really
That's
after.
it, and create some really good rock and roll, which is going to bring a lot of joy and a lot of hope to this world, which gets a lot of crap on MTV and Rage. Gee, that's a...
Is that something on his face?
He's got something on his face.
What have I got on my face?
It's a bit of fluff right here. No, on your lip. Above your lip.
I always get something on my
Yeah,
face.
that's something about Waff we didn't mention before. He's always got stuff on his face.
It's my massive chin. I
It's
can't
preferably
help
cream. Cream.
I
It's
like-
always funny when he's got cream on his face.
Even if he hasn't seen cream for a day, there's just still cream on his face.
it. I can land
From the day before. I
an
think.
aeroplane on my chin. It's like an aircraft carrier. Look at that, hey?
Yeah.
I often try to park my car there.
I think once you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
So when I parked in the driveway and you couldn't get in there.
Yeah. I just said, well, roll out your chin.
Pushed him over and backed up. That's the kind of thing we do.
So many levels. So many levels.
What's your future with the band, Dwayne? Do we keep you?
Can't remember what we've gone over.
What about did you want to say is the future of Christian music?
Yeah, and the underground.
Let's hear Dwayne say something.
No, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think
That's Dwayne talking now.
with the
Dwayne plays drums.
all right. I think with the future of music, it's been really good in the past with the underground. The amount of bands that have really been helped by the underground as a venue has been great. It's been a pity to see of late the kind of decline of some of those bands, or maybe not decline, but the end of some of those bands, and the kind of the emptiness in the music scene in Adelaide, especially in regards to Christian bands. And I'd really like to see that pick up in the future, and I think it will, with the initiatives that are being planned in regards to the underground and gigs that are coming up. And I think it's really going to start up again. Bands are really going to be able to be inspired by seeing other bands at the venue, and the kids are really going to be able to grow in their faith and their life through seeing Christian bands and having good role models in those bands.
Yeah, it's a key thing, isn't it? Role models. I think that's one thing that you know, if you could really grab hold of in the Christian scene for a young person, is to get a good role model, a good Christian role model. And you know, it's not that often that you have guys on TV that, like a guy Sebastian or something, that you can look up to if you like R&B or something. But you know, that people like this that you've got to look forward to. So at least if you got guys out there doing their thing in the scene,
That's
with
right.
the music, you know, it's something you can kids can connect with. I think for me the Christian music really needs to do is just start getting back to the forefront. If you look back in history, you know, the church and arts and music has been always at the forefront, and it's only been the last decade that it's really just declined and it's fallen behind. But now there's a real movement again of artists getting back in front and
reclaiming the turf.
Yeah, reclaiming the turf, and I mean, you know, you think of being creative and writing music and that sort of stuff, but surely if you've got the creator of the world on your side, you know, won't your stuff be so much more blessed than someone else, and be able to produce something which is just on another level? And I think we need to reclaim that ground, and just as Christians, and believe in ourselves again, believing that, you know, that God can use us in incredible ways, and be proud of our faith, and get out there and do our thing in our unique ways.
I think that, you know, I suppose on a local scene, I suppose there's that vibe around the place where something's happening, you know, something's happening again.
There's excitement underground.
Yeah, there is like a lot of the bands, the Christian bands, are starting to say, yeah, this is going to happen again, you know, this is ours, and we're going to take it back. But on a bigger level, I suppose, for us, I suppose you have the bands that are doing it right now, which are on a large scale, of the likes of Switchfoot, who are absolutely dominating at the moment, and POD over in the States, and these guys are getting out there. They're playing the shows, and they're getting their gear on the airways, I suppose, and kids are buying the CDs. You know, I do a bit of drum teaching and up at a primary school up in the Adelaide Hills, and you know, the kids are wanting to play the songs that these Christian bands are pumping out, and that, you know, that's awesome. You know, that's what it should be like.
Yeah,
And I suppose for us, that gives us great inspiration. That, you know, that's what we want to do. We want to be creating music that will inspire and give hope to
Everyone.
To everyone. Yeah, you know, not just this nice little four-wall community that we've created for our church, but you know, churches everywhere. Hey, and we want to
subculture.
Yeah, that's it.
Take it beyond that.
Yeah, that's it. Just get out in out in the real world, which is, I suppose, beyond the church boundaries that we've created.
That's one of our songs. It's called Four Wall Boundaries. That's what it's about.
Yeah, funnily enough.
Yeah, because I really noticed that as well. The kids are playing the songs, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. They're out there.
And it's especially it's a good talking point for, you know, to share your faith, or, you know, someone starts talking about the latest song that they like on TV, the latest film clip, and especially if it's someone like a Christian band, you know, you can, oh, yeah, I know them, yeah, they, you know, they're a Christian band or something like that, and, you know, you can, it's if especially if a person already likes that group or has some affiliation with the song, it can really cause them to sort of be thinking about, well, what is Christianity? What is it about? And it's a good sort of opening point to share your faith with people, which is great.
And the thing is, you can put it up on a pedestal, you know, you can say, well, this is great, you know, because it is. It's top quality.
Nothing to be ashamed
there's
of.
absolutely nothing to be ashamed of this music that's coming out, because it's gold.
Gold. Platinum in some countries.
Yeah.
Or is there any other
records?
Other bands you want to sort of like think, like young bands that you know that are starting, that you want to give a bit of a plug at your church or?
Young bands.
Like, is there any bands at the Lutheran Church starting up in the Lutheran scene, like young grommies, or? Because I guess that's one of the reasons we're doing this. If we can plug any of the.
Yeah, there was a worship band called Ethereal, but other than that, there wasn't like there's been one or two, like Geordie, he was doing something with his crew, so it was sort of like, you know, pop punk sort
What
of
was
gear.
that
I
called?
can't remember what it is.
It was it had to do with Wonder Years. That's what it called. Wonder Years.
Oh really?
Yeah.
The Wonder Years.
Yeah, that's Geordie's band. He was doing some
There's bits
stuff.
and pieces here and there. It's just, you know, if they can just keep building it. And
Yeah.
it'd be great if, you know, you could actually go into a pub and have, you know, much like you can do at the Underground, and have a Christian lineup playing to just the secular crew. That would be really cool. And that has happened over the years in Adelaide, which has been great. You know, line up like whatever it might have been, Sarah Skoll, Think Tank, Leslie Does, something like that. And, you know, it'd be great if we can keep that sort of rolling and sort of thing happening, and especially the Underground encourages that to happen.
I mean, I suppose for the younger bands coming through, I mean, you can't really write a book to say, well, how do you do this, you know, because every band does things differently, and I suppose it's just, I suppose as a band that from the Christian background, you just want to see young bands succeed, and I suppose just to encourage whoever you see getting up on stage, you know, I suppose that's probably a big difference that you have between the Christian scene and the secular scene, is there's a real camaraderie, I suppose, about it all, you know, like it's a real, you know, honest, you know, how's it going, you know, how can we help you kind of thing, let's go over and let's have some pizza, let's play some PlayStation together, that kind of gear, and it's real honest. It's not as
We've had some great sort of experiences like that lately, like hanging out at with Home Time out there at Aaron's house, and he put us up there for a week, and
awesome
then he
dudes.
left with his wife to go to the Gold Coast, and left us with the keys, and then you know, we just crashed at his house, and
it was great.
you know, we
really
hung out with the Soul Frame lads, and sort of, you know, you pick each other's brains and help each other along the way and challenge one another. And
but I suppose just because you're similar, you know, your
You've
life
got
is
a
music,
common
hey,
ground.
you know.
You've got the basis of music,
So-
but you've also got the basis of your faith as well,
that's
which is
the key thing.
which is the key thing.
So a
draws
lot
you
of-
together.
Yeah, it's just too easy to get along with those.
It's like a
kind of
Celly's product, really. You know,
Yeah.
holds everyone together.
liquid nails.
Yeah.